See that it's completely screwed me up to the point where now I had to take a second. And then did you see that I saw the ball coming out of the corner of my eye? Did you guys notice that I stopped talking completely and went like this? That's what you're gonna do when you're countering, and then that's the goal of this, is to all of a sudden you're causing the bad guy now to get back to the observe again. So every time you do something to interrupt bad guy's OODA loop, he has to stop, think about what just happened, and then get back to, oh yeah, this is what I was about to do. So again, you interrupt any one of these parts, he has to do these 4 things again. Okay, decision-making process now. All right, so imagine this. You're driving down the road on a beautiful day. It's sunny, there's a clear sky, it's warm, you have the tunes turned up on the road, you have a clear road ahead of you, you have a green light. As you get closer to the intersection, you're gonna notice the light changes from green to yellow. And you're gonna begin to try to figure out what that means. If you guys are anything like me, that means hammer down on the gas, because I'm not gonna second. What you don't see is that Max Semi coming down at you because he's about to get a green light. Next thing you know, you have to decide, am I swerving to the right? Am I gonna swerve to the left? Am I gonna slam on the brakes? You can't swerve to the left because there's Girl Scouts there, and you can't swerve to the right because someone's walking their kids. So basically, every time you change what you're gonna do, you have to start that process over again, and next thing you know, before you know it, the semi's gonna T-bone. All right, so for this next one, I don't suppose any of you guys have a laser pointer or anything like that? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Is this a touch screen at all?
Totally the same thing.
It is touch
Yeah, you
screen.
can draw on it.
Let's do this. What I want.
Of course you do.
That's fine. So,
She's a cat.
It also works on my 3-year-old stuff.
What kind of people are you?
alright,
Yeah,
so
right.
what I need right now is a volunteer from someone. Anyone know? Carla, thank you for volunteering. Alright, what I want you to do is stand up here, and in a minute there's a red dot is gonna move. Don't touch the screen, but I want you to take your index finger and I want you to do your best to follow the dot, okay?
I've not been drinking, so this is like. I sure hope not. I follow it.
Yep, just don't touch the screen, but follow it as closely as you can.
It's like cat.
Okay, thank you.
That's pretty good. Take that.
All right, Carla, what part of that was easy and what part was difficult?
The beginning was easy, the end was difficult.
Right, so when it was moving slower, it was
Yeah.
easy. When it was faster, it was difficult. So this does 2 things. That red dot is your kids yelling, screaming, and throwing things. And that red dot, every time it changes, Carla, is used to it going to the right, to the right, to the right. All of a sudden, it goes to the left. Carla has to take a split second and say she's got to orient herself back to, oh no, that dot is over to the left. Now she's got to speed up and try to find it again. That essentially is what you guys are doing when you're countering a bad guy. All right, we're gonna do this again. This is for everyone. I want you to just follow it with your eyes, okay? Oops. Did everyone count how many blue dots there were?
You just followed.
There must be
All right.
directions much bigger.
Again, it's the second time I've ever given this, so cut me some slack.
Just rewind.
Alright. Do I go to end street? No, previous. Okay. Now, we're gonna show how your OODA loop works just in a quick exercise, something you guys don't have to leave your desk for. All right, I want you to count the number of blue dots. Tell me how many blue dots you guys have counted, okay? 11? Okay, pretty easy, right? Anyone have 10 or 12? Okay. You sure? Alright, we're gonna do this one again. Now I want you to count the number of blue dots and the number of yellow dots. This is gonna serve as you guys disrupting bad guys' OODA loop. So bad guys focus on the blue dots, all of a sudden the yellow ones now come into play. And I want you guys to try to divide your attention and count the blue dots and the yellow dots. All right, how many people counted how many dots total showed up on the screen?
22.
Okay, that was my bad. I should have said count the number of blue dots and count the number of yellow dots.
Yeah.
No,
I
did
said that.
Okay, so
I
you
did
guys
that.
did that? Okay. How many blue dots did you guys count?
8.
I had 7.
I had 13.
I had
8,
nine.
14.
I would think I was at like 12.
I had 9.
Okay.
I had 12.
How many yellow dots?
But I had 12 and 11.
I had 12 and 13.
I counted
12 on that one.
I had 9 and 12.
I had 7 and
Oh,
12.
yellow?
So it was 11 and 11. So you guys can see something as simple as what I should have said was count how many blue dots there are and how many yellow dots. So I'm preparing you for what you guys are about to do, but you're not prepared for how quickly those yellow dots are gonna pop up and the random ones. That's essentially, again, what you guys are doing to bad guy to interrupt his OODA loop. All right. Control, this is something that doesn't apply to you guys unless bad guy chooses to break into a teacher seminar, whatever you guys have where there's
This room right now.
Yep.
in this
Right
room
now.
right now, and Valente, Nick, and myself are not here. So bad guy forces
I was
him.
gonna say.
Do we get Jeff still?
Yeah, yeah, Jeff.
We get Jeff then.
Sure.
I'm old and retired, so yeah.
All right.
We can pick you up and throw you. Always here.
So this is what we're teaching to the high school level kids. This is by no means squaring off with bad guy, trying to punch him in the face or anything like that. This is bad guy comes in through this door, and all of a sudden he just gets overwhelmed by you guys. So what they're teaching is
Just
someone.
listen to his talk. I was gonna say, I never told him an overwhelming person to be around, so.
So someone's gonna grab the arms, someone's gonna grab the legs, and basically you guys are just gonna pig pile him, get him down to the ground. Once he's down on the ground, if you're able to separate him from that weapon, basically you're just holding him there until the police or more bodies show up.
And if you get a few shots in,
Yeah.
I gotta get the cat.
Again, this is something that we're teaching to the older students because they have a little bit of weight behind them, right? I mean, I understand that 30 kindergartners are kind of like spider monkeys, but they're not really gonna have much force behind anything, okay? And again, this is all about options, so this is why we're even covering control to begin with. Personally, I don't like control. I think that if you guys are able to control bad guy, you're able to get out of the room just as easily. And again, it's used by high school students or adults only. You're not teaching it, it's not an option to you for kids that are younger than high school. All right, so you guys are able to separate bad guy from his weapon. Big thing for us is do not hold the weapon in your hand. The three of us are coming to this school with knowledge that there's a bad guy in the room, he's got a handgun, and all of a sudden we're confronted by, like, this is my second or third time in this classroom, or meeting you guys. I know who Carla is, but I don't know the rest of you guys from anyone. I hear person with a gun causing harm to kids, and I come in and I see, unfortunately, one of you guys holding a gun. I'm gonna address that threat. It's gonna be unfortunate, but I'm stopping that threat. So what we're teaching is if bad guy is separated from the gun, do not touch it. Okay, if you're able to get it on the ground, get it away from bad guy, put it there. Alice is big on put it underneath the trash can. My thing is move it away from bad guy and then put something over it.
just kick it with your foot farthest corner away from
bad guy puts them over the top of
Yep.
it.
So like I said, Alice is big on the trash can. I don't want you guys saying, I don't know what to do with this gun because there's no trash can in here. Just throw it in a corner and evacuate if you're able to do so, okay? All right, do any of you guys have any questions for us? Not bad, 40 minutes.
I have one.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to call 911, but what if there's 20 people? What if we're all calling 911 and we can't get